I was able to buy the border, but everything else I had all the fabric. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Wow.
Now you can go out and buy more fabric.
I just finished this one. It's a quilt of valor, and I machine embroidered the eagle in the middle and on the four corners. It was a mystery quilt. I think it was January of 19 on the Quilt of Valor site.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very pretty too.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask a question about the Quilt of Valor site? I tried to get on it and it said it was forbidden or there was a password or something.
No,
No, it shouldn't be.
no.
You have a password. I have a password to use to get into the site.
I don't use a password.
I don't either.
Oh, really? They sent me one. I guess I just use it one time. I don't know. They sent me one.
Are you a member?
Yeah, I'm with y'all.
Yeah. I've never had a problem getting on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I used to. And then I went to look up some size things and I haven't been able to get on.
Yeah, I haven't been on it in a long time. We're going to keep moving here. There we go. Sue's Quilt of Valor.
This is Super Sword. Is she still
Hi.
here?
Yeah,
I'm
she's here.
if Francis, if you zoom in a little bit, if you can. Yeah, I had this star fabric and I decided instead of using a plain background, I was going to use the star fabric, and I had little bits and pieces from scraps that I brought home, and so I kind of like that one star fabric there with the beige. I had less than a fat quarter in order to accomplish what I accomplished on there. So I just wanted to do something different which I hadn't seen before.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I like that. It's a cool quilt.
Yeah.
It's tessellating stars floating on stars.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah, very fun.
Makes it a happy quilt. Very happy.
Yeah, and Joan did a solid blue background, the backing.
Phyllis.
Yes, I thought you might like to see what's happening to your quilts of valor that you're making, because we can't get into the Linden House anymore for our ceremonies. We've been doing it at the Veterans Park, and I think, Carol, Anne has just really outdone herself. I think she set up 26 for this month. And
Wow.
and we only do them in groups of 4. I think there's going to be one that's 5, but most of them are 2s or 3s. So this was one group where we had so you can just get a chance to see some of the quilts and some of the people who have received the quilts. I took a bunch of pictures, and you can use whatever you want on them. They were just.
We'll just look through them.
Yes. And
Several women in this group.
yes, and yes, we did 2 last Saturday that were 2 women, and this was a husband and wife team, I do believe. Yes. And we don't, usually we wrap them but we don't. We let the family do it. We do have, and I have to show you. See that little boom box in the corner there? We're experimenting with different ways, because you're competing with road traffic noise, and you've got the water fountain. And so I found that thing down in the basement, and it hooks to a microphone, and it works, but it was very funny because when I asked my grandkids to help me, they looked at it and they went, well, I've just never seen anything like this before. It wasn't Bluetooth. They didn't know what to do with it. Anyway, it works. It's heavy around, but everybody gets a kick out of it. So this is actually this young man in the blue shirt. I looked at him and I said, do you remember me? And he gave me no, he didn't. Timothy, he was in my class until kindergarten and 1st grade.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
And now he's in high school.
And that's the backing of the quilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the
Ooh, that's a pretty one.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
I did that one. That one was on a cover of a magazine, And I put that in a very special place, and I've been looking for that magazine for weeks, and I can't find it now. But I know I'll find it one day because it's in a special place. Just a special place. But I'll find it.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, famous
Yeah,
last word.
so just,
I love the family shots.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
it was good.
precious.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was just so you see the happy faces of everybody who gets their quilts. And you can see Ellen's labels on them. They're they're very nice. She
They're
does
just
a nice
beautiful.
job with the labels. And Anne has been doing a fantastic job in getting a hold of these people and getting them out. There's Kyle. She's helping show the label. As I said, I just took a bunch of pictures, just sent them all. So,
Yeah, they're great.
but everybody was everybody's there happy. And so, one of this fellow, I do believe it was him. Somebody sent the nicest thank you note. I mean, it was just, I cried when I read it. It was just a very lovely thank you note. And they sent it not to us, they sent it to the National. So
Oh, that's cool.
it was really neat. Yeah.
Awesome.
So as I said,
That's a nice place to do them too.
it
At
was.
least while the weather's the way it is right now.
Okay, yeah, and we had to cancel one of them because of weather,
Mhm.
but most of them we've been able to get through. This is a really neat one too. You can't see.
Beautiful.
Can't see the back. It's a panel. I'm sorry, he was standing in front of it, and I could.
That's all right. That's great.
Yes, so there he is with his family, and they're wrapping him in it, and he's still serving. This fellow is still serving. So, and then oh, that's a neat one. I can't remember who did this one. Does anybody recognize that?
No,
Gorgeous.
not me.
So then that's who that is. That was a neat one. Oh,
Aw.
yes, that's his quilt. And I can't remember the name right now, but that's his quilt. I just
They are.
these two people are not related. They just met him and they know him, and so they just put his name in and they came with him that day.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's the picture of our guys that got their quilts that day.
Aw.
Anyway, yeah. So everybody, you see happy faces, and everybody's enjoying your quilts. And I think there's we're catching up. I think there's just maybe about a half a dozen more. Yeah, at one point there was about 50 we were behind, and now we're about half a dozen more. And there will now, I think we're starting to get more names on our list. Up to this point, we shut everything down, so nobody was making nominations. And I see now that more names are coming in.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how many have been given. Do you have any idea?
I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
Do you have any idea how many?
Yes, 366 from February of 2016.
Wow.
And this year alone, we've done 68, 69, 70, I think 72.
Okay, very good.
Wow, that's a lot,
That's
This
amazing.
year.
considering the pandemic.
I'm sorry?
I got an email from QOV today, and nationwide they've had 12,000 this year, but
This
that was
year.
nothing compared to last year. They had 33,000 quilts
Wow.
given.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah, but
nationwide so far, since its inception in 2003, it's 255,480 something quilts. So 250,000 quilts.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
sure is.
And Anne is just really doing a great job. She is just really on all those phone calls she has to make, and people back out, and then she start all over again. I mean, she's doing a good job.
Now, have I gotten everybody's quilts this time? Anybody that sent me anything, did we see it?
I'm just an innocent bystander.
I would say we did. Linda, did you send me anything?
I didn't send you a thing. I just been playing with Jack all day long.
Why don't you explain what you mean?
I took some time off from sewing and I've been working on a Quilt of Valor panel. And I decided to put some strips of fabric down it. And when I got to the corners, they didn't match and I ripped them off and I ended up matching up some little pieces to the corners, and then I ended up cutting those pieces too short. And then
Well, guys, we have less than a minute,
finally
so
got-
we're gonna have to say bye and get off of here. But this has been great. Thank y'all for sending all those. It's fun to have them all tonight.
Well, thank you.
Fun to go on.
Nice to see everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye, Carol.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Francis.